Oh, yes. What a way to say good morning. This is the TBS. 15 minutes up to 8 o'clock. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show on Truth 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. 27th of March, in the week of Easter. Oh, yes. If you don't know, Friday is Good Friday. Welcome to the TBS. Good morning to the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. Bam, bam, bam. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. When the ball bounce, the story change. Good morning. Let's have a great time on the TBS. Let's say good morning to the guys in Nimba. Truth 96.9, Bond 96.1 Encyclopedia. Good morning. And all our video radio station for relaying us. So much to talk about on a Wednesday morning. Sometimes Wednesday become a holiday. It's a regular Wednesday. If you're driving your way to work this morning, drive with care. Increase the volume a little bit to your woofers, your speakers, your mobile phones. Listen to the TBS. This is O'Neill. My name is O'Neill Roberts. Marka Davis together. From now straight up to 10 o'clock. Serving you breakfast. And let's take our morning motivation this morning from Julius Contour. Don't sit down and wait for opportunities to come. Oh yeah. And get up. And get up and make them. Work hard in silence and let success be a noise. And this is from Julius Contour. Yes, again, I'd like to say good morning, His Excellency, the President, appear on the football page. What a wonderful day on yesterday. Good morning to all of you listening now. The Vice President, member of the 55th Legislature, good morning. The Supreme Court, yes, the Chief Justice, good morning. Justice in Chambers, Yusuf Kabay, good morning to you, and the rest of our southern listeners. Yes, always following the True Breakfast Show. Again, we'd like to say good morning. Let's have a wonderful time on the TBS. Good morning to you, Marka.
Good morning, O'Neill. Good morning to our people. It's great to be here to serve our people breakfast. Congratulations to the Lone Star of Liberia for qualifying to the next round of qualifications.
I was correcting someone yesterday. We qualified for Morocco 2025. So no, not group stage.
Yeah, this was the preliminary, qualifying matches. Now we're going to the real, qualifying rounds where the countries will be drawn in a four-piece group, right? Yeah. So yes, good morning, and not easy.
What happened? You wanted to feel what?
Yeah.
I saw you close to the VIP sitting there.
Yeah, absolutely. Sitting right, before the president, even though there's a huge divide there. Yeah.
I want to play something. I want to disagree with the guy.
No, is that Afro the one I used to?
Yeah, Afro the Libre artist. I want to disagree with this guy. Yeah. So I want to disagree with this guy. Listen up to this guy. I want to strongly disagree with him. Yeah.
I gotta get laugh.
So yeah, the reason why we give him a play, if John we are going to watch you and say, oh, they left the presidency and go play a whole time watching football. The president with Aboga sport again. It's Apple do,
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think that is just for the fun, but some of the information in that statement is making not correct. Number one, I heard somebody in the background saying the president said when somebody score he will give
1,000
$1,000. That was not true.
Mhm.
That statement was not from the president. The president only declared open gate.
Mhm.
That statement came from one media executive.
Open gate.
No, the
Okay.
1,000 pledge came
Okay.
from one media executive who
Okay.
said that any goal scored, you will provide $1,000.
So Liberian presidents and love doing open gate. Charter did it
Yeah,
against Cha.
you know,
George Weah, when the stadium is empty.
yeah, the stadium was there empty. We just
Okay.
had people around the stadium wing, people around gate,
No publicity. So how the president will not say open?
and a handful of people around the school board, and that was it. So when the president came and he declared open gate.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, good morning to all of you. I think there's still time to improve, but we believe that particular team there's a need for improvement. Serious one too.
That team need to work up.
Yeah, you know the game they want to play. They're not in charge of the game they want to play. They want to play long ball. They want to play fast ball, but still to be fast and to rush are two different things. And you understand? Yeah. Instead of fast ball, they are playing rushing ball. They want to play the long ball. But they are not accurate with the passes. You understand? And
They won't play like Arsenal or
the
Barcelona.
strikers are not clinical.
Mhm.
Yeah, at least there were two clear chances. Yes,
They
there
couldn't
were
make
two clear chances. One fell to one Gibson, and the other one to the guy they brought me at last. I don't know their names because their names are not on their back. So,
Okay. Yeah, you take time to get from
yeah,
there.
I'll take time to get familiar. But anyway, that's what it is. The good thing
I think
is
kind of I just love to score. When the
Yeah.
score is 0-0,
the last time you scored two.
yeah, for sports writer.
Yeah.
Those of
Yeah.
you who watch me
The
play.
last time you scored a brace. That was. And sorry, I didn't congratulate you.
Yeah, man. You know I love to play.
Yeah.
Like I said to myself, the time I entered Europe, I finished passing the age. This kind of game, I will just be mumping around. When the score is 0-0 or it's tied, that time I let to hit by the back of the net. Boom! Then say, yeah, Podolski carry.
Yeah,
You
Podolski.
know, yeah.
Let's go to this one time for swap.
The sport writer.
Yeah.
And by now, before you do your lineup, the top scorer for the Sports Writer Association, I think I've beaten Abraham Williams record.
Okay.
And up to now, no one is saying nothing about it. Yes.
If he is injury prone now, that
Yeah.
one
So I'll pass his record as top scorer of the Sports Writer. And now me, all the guys, no one saying nothing about it.
Yeah, they are not saying anything.
Yeah.
They're protecting that win.
Yes, it's great. Yes, good morning, Excellency. Yes, we want to see the content will start about next month, in April. Yes, it's great to see the president on the field yesterday. When the content may come, you know, we want to see some, you know, young guys should come on the field.
Still there until the final whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Graham, I have the content midfielder. I did Graham playing.
I saw the president laughing when Gibson missed that chance.
Okay.
Yes. Laughing, but I don't know why he laughed so hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You tell you watching Arsenal.
I think he loves football.
Yeah, you love football.
Good football too, because a fan of Arsenal, a fan of Barcelona are lovers of good football.
I have one problem with Joseph Boga.
Why?
And then Arsenal was in the worst form. Boga went to the Emirates Stadium, massive winger, and he congratulated us and thank you for the job. Continue. And that time the Arsenal fans were saying winger should go. Boga said, "Look, continue the good job. Yeah, I'm proud of you, Mr. Winger." The whole Arsenal fan was saying enough is enough. Let's say goodbye. But anyway, yes, just to spice the morning up.
Yeah, so today is Wednesday, March 27, 2024. A couple of days to April. Health tips this morning come up with David Coty from for at least 5 minutes this morning. At 5 after 8, we'll bring you the review of the papers to bring you up to speed with what's happening in the print media. Again, our studio chat will talk about how can we all help to make the largest city in Liberia green again. Talking about Painesville.
Yeah.
I think the city mayor is taking his office now.
Yes.
Yes. Robert Bestman.
Robert Bestman.
Okay, and again, we'll chat a little bit about the upcoming by-election in Nemba County as well as Granger. For Granger, it is a representative by-election. In Nemba, it's a senatorial by-election. Again, information NPA Managing Director Sego Dukle on a serious social media attack. We've seen some listing of who they call people they have elevated in the institution with salaries and all of that. We'll talk about that this morning. What's happening with Ministry of Education scholarship at various universities in the country. 35 days to go for the 100 days promise made by the president. And coming up at 8:40 to 9:10 this morning, we'll bring you the segment Talk to Your Leader, where you have the opportunity to interact with us and make an input on some of the key points of discussion this morning. 10 after 9 will bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials brought to you by Orange Liberia. At 9:15 to 10 o'clock, Deputy Director for Administration at the Bureau of Concession, Bill Clinton Kamara, will sit with us and talk about the institution and future plans this morning on the TBS. So yes, this is the breakfast we have for you on this Wednesday mornings. Stay with us as we all go through this up to 10 o'clock this morning in the midst of all country first. That's why we are praising Lone Star and wishing them well because country first.
Yeah, country first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to see the content made before David Cody come out. Well, Lofa will play Nimba Kante. Yeah, Jeremiah Kun versus Boka.
That one, no.
Prince Johnson, all of them will be on one side,
Let
and
me-
Boka on the
Let
other
me
side.
speak for us. That one, no bossman business is that.
Then Grand Crew meets Lofa Kante again.
Lofa.
John, we are.
Joe,
John Wapper no me love the game. You come on the field. You say that right up. Because football is a unifying game.
oh yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to see during the games the former president and the president sitting side by side and watching the final together.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be good.
Yeah, it'll be a very fun one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see the draw here. The content me draw. You're spending for publicity, oh. Nimba and Grand Crew in one zone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lofa and Magibi. Okay, all the Magibians. Those are you say Joseph Boka are not given jobs. Yeah, I love this picture. Lofa Magibi, Grand Bassa in one zone in Group D.
Okay.
So when Boka going to watch Lofa again now, all the Magibians will say Boka have not given jobs. I rather the figure go express here. Yeah, let's have help there with Derek Ernest Coty. This is Derek Coty's job. His lifetime job after leaving government now. His best job he's enjoying. Help table David Coty is up next. Right after the help table, bring you the review of the local dailies right here on the True Breakfast Show. Let's bring on David Ernest Coty with our help tape. And this is a pro bono job he's doing. This is not like the pro bono when Robert Selly was doing at Nokai. Am I lying, David?
It's not the rubber selling each other, anything like that.
Okay.
I want to get good money.
Oh, you enjoying the job?
I'm enjoying the job. I told you that I'm enjoying the job.
Okay. Don't ask.
The thing is that you're going to keep looking at this carefully. If you don't find my name, then you're going to fight for me to go to the NSA.
Oh.
Over there, no audit. And that's the kind of place I like. So if you think you love me, you're Marka. The same thing you did for Bezos, do it for me.
Oh, there's only one bezel.
The whole world was against you and they're preaching every morning. So you got to preach for me too.
When you get a job, you no longer answer our call. You don't reply our text message. So who want you to go? Just stay right here.
Oh, WhatsApp you will stay there.
So WhatsApp you will stay there. You will not say nothing.
Okay, thank you. Now, Marka, you got to be very, very careful when you're talking to me. I don't know whether you were here during the days of the Executive Alliance.
Okay.
When Doe was part of the Executive Alliance.
You always need to win, eh?
We were always winning. That never had no fun game.
No bossman business in football.
Okay, health tip. Now, food plays a major role in your body. The last time we talked about apples. Today, we're talking about eggs. The benefits of eating eggs daily. First, There is no difference between brown egg and white egg. I went to a supermarket one time to buy an egg, and by the time I got it, and just about to pay for the egg, a lady said to me, "My brother, take the brown egg. It's better than the white one." She didn't know who she was talking with. I only said to her, I didn't want to embarrass her. People said, "Oh yeah, I think you're right." But I just like white color. Let me take this. Actually, there's no difference between the white and the brown. People misinform people. Both are nutritional. The color comes from the breed that laid the egg. Chicken with red feathers lay brown eggs, and chickens with white feathers lay white egg. No difference. Both of them are nutritional. Now, it is better eating them boiled. Eating fried egg every day could lead to high cholesterol and heart problem. Because of the oils. Some oils have a lot of calories in it. So when you fry the egg and eat fried egg every day, every morning, breakfast, you will have a serious problem with high cholesterol. It's good to eat it boiled. Now, those of you who eat it boiled, please stop adding raw salt, because raw salt will increase your blood pressure. It is not good. You could eat fry it once in a while, but let it be half fried. It should not be fried too hard, half fried. So all your crumbled eggs, and then you gotta reduce it a little bit. Eat at least 2 to 3 eggs daily. Why eggs? I'm gonna give you the benefits of eggs. Not too many. I'm not gonna be too long. Don't worry. Eat at least 2 or 3 eggs a day. More than that could lead to what we call, or what the doctors call, not me now, what the doctors call nutritional imbalances and health heart problem. Why eggs are good? They improve your health and so on. But when you do it too much, moderation is the key. Anything you do too much is not good. So 2 or 3 a day, that's enough. Or you're taking it now as a breakfast, lunch, everything, 15 eggs a day, 10, 7, that's not good. Now, remember this. Let me come to the benefits first. Now the benefits. The eggs are nutritional. They are the source of protein. They support eye health. They also support heart health and support weight management. So you see, eggs can do a lot of good things here about it. But when you do it too much, then you make it bad for yourself. You don't do it too much. Don't eat too many eggs. Remember this. When you have the urge to urinate or pee, go and do it quick. From time to time, we'll keep reminding you about these things. Sometimes people who listened to me before, who did not listen to me before, are listening now. So I like to repeat these things. When people jam you, leave that Arsenal and Manchester in and OPP. If you don't do that, you could be leading to, it could lead to UTI, urinary tract infection, that is having bacteria multiplying in your bladder. Yes, because the bladder is where the PP can go, waiting now to come out. PP jam you, you're sitting there, you're waiting for afternoon to school. My friend, you are going to increase the bacteria in your bladder. You also put pressure on your kidneys, and you have pain in your bladder. So don't do it. Thank you very much for that opportunity this morning.
Okay, someone is asking, what about drinking the egg raw?
Oh, I have to do a research on that.
Okay.
I will get back to you on that. That's a good question.
Okay.
In fact, do you know how I get some of my topics? People call sometimes to ask certain questions. The answer I know, I give it to them.
Okay, great.
The answer I don't know, I refer them to
your real classroom teacher are true. The topic that you outline, if a student asks you, once you do research, you say next week we'll continue.
We'll continue next week. I told you before, RCI is a very big station. It's a national brand. I'm not going to give any misleading information on this radio. People are listening. Do you know that doctors listen to this program? Oh yeah, 2 of my former students are medical doctors. They told me that.
Okay.
One is at the JFK, one at the ES. I told them at SD way back.
Okay.
They told me that. They listen. So I'm not going to be a fool here to mislead anybody. No.
So you taught Chris too?
Yeah.
Who?
Chris?
Yeah, it's former student.
I didn't teach him directly, but he was one of our students down there.
Okay.
So go ahead.
The people who have been proud to tell people I taught them, they said it publicly. Number one, the current finance minister. Bill Jones was my good friend. It's my good friend. When he was governor, I used to visit him all the time. One time I went there, while Mills Jones and myself were sitting talking. Marka entered. He was a deputy bank governor. Then he said to me, "Oh, bro, how are you?" I said, "Fine." Stood and shook his hand. Then he said to Dr. Jones, "Chief, this is my former teacher. He taught me at SD way back." So I feel proud about that.
Try to go visit your former student.
Pardon?
Try to visit your former student.
Oh, no, I will do that. I told you, I don't rush in these things. I don't rush in these things. Even this lady, limited person, one time I went to LPRC, she was bold to tell our staff members that I told her SD, she and her sisters. You see, we don't like to talk about these things too much, but
Okay.
we have done our part in this country.
You don't know it all. As you take leave,
You don't know it all.
you don't know it all. Say good morning to Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, good morning. Don't listen to the noise in the market.
Your uncle was on a few yesterday.
I just heard saying, Uncle Joe, you are doing your very best. The first thing I have noticed in this country to know that a new sheriff is in town is that the police are all looking good, neat and clean. The second thing I see is that the streets are getting clean.
Okay.
Now look at the thing I heard this morning from the city mayor, the minister of public works. They have set up a team, a ministerial team. They will deal with the city. But
Okay.
right now you can see some sanctity. The place is clean.
Okay.
But to the traffic, I can drive when I get to from Fort Town. Do you know what I can do?
Mm-hmm.
I close my eye and drive from Fort all the way to St. Paul Bridge.
Okay.
No traffic.
Okay. Only the president,
Don't let me talk too much.
the president's nephew.
President's nephew.
I'm his nephew. I'm a member of the first family.
You was who the chancellor?
He was my big brother,
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
my aunt.
George Weah.
What you said?
George Weah.
I'm not getting you.
You're the white guy.
Oh, my uncle.
Yo.
My uncle.
Your uncle. So if President Cummings is going to win the election, who are coming going to beat you?
Well, I don't know. He's the one that, hypothetical questions. I don't like that. So,
John is coming back to 2029, oh.
my brother, that change the topic.
Okay, what was that related to you?
It's my nephew.
You're not from Nima, man.
I said if I could tell that when he was an okay FM,
Okay.
and he acknowledged it, he called me his uncle.
What's that related to your nephew?
My nephew.
But then you let the whole country, man.
I'm really two things.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Yeah, David Cote,
Yeah, man.
regular help tape.
Yeah. What happened?
Jutuno Collie is celebrating his wedding anniversary today.
Okay.
Wow, Jutuno, congratulations to you, partner.
Yeah.
My partner, yo.
Yeah. You know, that boy, he want that ball bowling.
Hey, Jutuno Collie, congratulations, man. You and your wife.
Yeah.
8 years in wedding, in marriage, rather.
Yes. Congratulations. Yes. Let's bring you the review of the local fellows. This is the TBS. 8 minutes down, 8 o'clock. 96.1. Of course, we're live on the Wednesday morning. What's making news in the print media this morning? Yes, we know who we are, and just who we are. Who we are. Oh, yeah, this song, man. For the motion picture Bohanan, this is The Rock. Let's bring you the review of the local dealers. What's making news from the print media. Today is Wednesday, March 27. We're starting out with the New Democrat, Tom's Kamara Democrat. Yes, the front page of the New Democrat, assets recovery begins. Yes, asset recovery begin, and of course I'm seeing some members of the GSA in the principal screens parking government vehicle. Assets recovery begin is a major story on the front page of the Democrat. Grapple carpet and read the rest of the story. Scary and terrible is saying this. This is Stephen Freeman described draft national budget. He terms the budget as Scary and terrible. Well, Stephen Freeman has been captured on the front page of the Democrats. Still on the front page of the Democrat, boycott. Joseph Boycott suspends petroleum surcharge. And I'm seeing it's on the front page. Let's go to the back page. What the back page have? The back page of the New Democrat. Liska exploits Liberia, calls for contract review. Yes, it's on the back page. Liberia Civil Service audit. The president have asked for a full audit at the Liberia Civil Service, yes, agency. Ends the review of the Democrat.
And let's go for the Daily Observer newspaper. Thanks to the editor-in-chief, William Hammond, for making the paper available this morning. Banner headline: Marka recalls lawmakers for 30 days. Yes, Marka recalls lawmakers for 30 days, craves swift legislative actions on time-bound critical financial agreement, 2024 budget, confirmation of Associate Justice, other nominees. Okay, that's the banner headline on the Daily Observer newspaper. The next story, a sub-lead story: at least 10 die in Riverside County mining accident. Wow, that was a side news we reported yesterday here. At least 10 die in Riverside mining accident. Photograph of community people standing there at the mining site. Another story: girls call for support and protection as West African Adolescent Girls Summit officially opens in Liberia. Boakai Kofa eulogized fallen Nimba lawmaker. You see the photograph of the speaker and the president signing the book of condolence for the late representative, or the late former representative Johnson Gweklo there at the Capitol. Let's go for the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Tragic motor accident leaves 4 dead in Maryland County. Victims are reportedly Tubman University students who were going to take exams. Wow. This is that news coming from Maryland County. And the last story: the fight against TB is a fight that we can win, says First Lady Katumo Boakai. That does it for the review of the Daily Observer newspaper.
Let's move on to the New Republic. The New Republic newspaper on the newsstand for $50 Liberian dollars. Volume 14, number 53, the Wednesday edition of the New Republic. Well, Life for All New Republic. Well, CDC plans protests. CDC plans protests. And of course, the Standard Bearer, I thought here, George, we are talking about protests.
No.
It has been a Carol's Great April 6 protest, CDC plans protest, but George is the face of the Congress for Democratic Change, so the paper is carrying the former President George Weah on the front page of the New Republic. Grab a copy and see, read the rest of the story. Injustice and Witch Hunt. It's a sub-lead story here. Let me see if I can zoom this. Injustice and Witch Hunt, movement of Basel U-Terms, dismissal of BMMC country manager. Yes, it's a sub-lead story. It says, why is it you want to remove Debbie Allen? Injustice and Witch Hunt, movement of Basel U-Terms, dismissal of BMMC country manager. Still on the front page of the New Republic, AML positive impacts. Well, this is Asla Mentar. The story continues on page 10. Well, let's go to the back page. The back page is all about great development in Grand Kitman County. B Mountain embarks on rehabilitation with hemp farms, grading of the roads, all in Grand Kitman counties. Yeah, citizen rejoicing. I'm seeing some flashback photo. Machines at work, jubilant residents on the back page of the New Republic. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story.
And let's go for the Hot Pepper newspaper. The headline story: Injustice, Witch Hunt, and Tribal Division. Bassa Youth Movement detests plot for Deborah Allen's dismissal. Wow. That's another story there on the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. It's about B Mountain. You see the photograph of Mr. Allen on the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Let's go for the back page. President Boakai suspend surcharge on petroleum pricing structure. The photograph of President Joseph Boakai here on the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Aslam Mita Liberia's positive impact highlighted at media engagement. Budget Liberia calls for participation in creating a citizen-centered budget and budget analysis town hall meeting in Bangabong County. So you can grab a copy of this paper to read the details of these stories this morning, and that's it for the hot pepper newspaper.
Let's move on with Sam Odim, the Independent newspaper, the front page of the Independent newspaper. Independent is doing a countdown, in fact, to Joseph Boyka, 100 days. 35 days to go. It's in a small column of the Independent newspaper. 35 days to go. The front page of the Independent. Did Yeke Koduba lie on Joseph Boyka? It's a question mark. Did Yeke lie on Boyka? It's a question mark. As representative tools distances himself from claim to appeal to remove Speaker Kofa. And of course, Yeke Koduba is on the front page of the Independent on yesterday. He visited the Liberian National Police. He took the check and said the police should verify the check. Yes, it's a crime to give.
Then they went to file official complaint.
Yeah, to the police and give the police 1 week. Otherwise, it will not be between. It will not be easy between him and President Boyka. Yeke Koduba displaying the check here. Prince Toys, the representative of District Number 8. Is on the front page from the Independent. Innocent Vonati Kofa, just looking up. I love the picture from Vonati, yeah, same capture. Yeah, just looking innocent. What is going on? Then President Boyka too has been captured. Yeah, I love the kind of picture, man.
Looking straight in the
Looking
picture.
straight.
Yeah.
But Yeke, we used to be cool together. You and I won this presidency together. Yeke, what's happening? Why in less than 2 months you just going left and right? Yeke, that's the expression Joseph Boyka feels looking at Yeke Koduba. Yes, grab a copy of the Independent. Let's go to the back page. What the back page? You have the back page from the Independent. Salary buckage hits government as 1,000 may not take pay. As 1,000 may not take pay. CSA Director General Joshua Jokai is on the back page here. Salary buckage hits government as 1,000 may not take pay. You need to grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. Yes, ends the review. Oh, I'm seeing Dansai.
Okay.
Dansai back at Arrett. Okay, we'll follow up. Yeah, long time. Yes, ends the review.
The former chairman of Move.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, so that's finally from our end is the Women Voices newspaper. The banner headline: Tragedy in Riverside County. Musler kills dozens in Charlottetown. Well, that's the headline story in the Women Voices newspaper. And the sub-lead story: Boyka's arrest at work. Major cleaning exercise begins April. Okay, the photograph of members of officials of the Monrovia City Corporation, as well as some officials of the Ministry of Public Works, on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper. As usual, several of the prominent women in Liberia captured. First is the former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former Vice President Joel Howard Taylor, First Lady Katumu Boyka, and the rest of them all captured. The Superintendent Designate of Nimba Mempe Gono, okay, is also captured there. Yes, so that's all I can see.
All right. So the last 2 points you seen there, I'll put in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell the editor say I'll put in 2 points in there. Oh, they can be for government. The Facebook ambassador, Binta Belete, add in there.
Okay.
And let me put one more female there.
Yeah.
Who's that? Let's put Judy Indy there.
Okay.
Yes.
I see Judy there.
Yeah. She's there already, right?
Yeah.
Culture ambassador. Yeah. Okay. Great. This is the TBS. So let's start have to do with the front page Africa. The front page. Tragic in Riverside. Remember yesterday, Marka raised that issue. Yes, I'm seeing 7 dead bodies. Captured the entire front page of
10.
10? It's going to 10 now.
Yeah, 10.
Tragedy in Riverside County. Die for a mining site, man. At least 10 recovered dead. Hey, man. Several still buried.
Yeah.
Hey, man. It's a sad thing for the people of Riverside County. Then some of this story: corruption, money laundering at Nokai. I'm going to follow up on the story on tomorrow. Corruption, money laundering at the oil company, LSCC, spikes up. Yes. Grab a copy and read the front page Africa. Corruption, money laundering at the oil company at Nokai. This ends the review of the papers this morning right here on Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Thanks so much for following up. You can grab the copy of the paper, some of them understand, for $40. Besides the $40, he's the only newspaper selling for 50. And once I have not answered why he's selling at 50. Anyway, maybe you want to print different.
Printing cost.
Printing cost.
Yeah.
Or you print in color.
Mm-hmm.
No, what about the in color? Anyway.
And the printing cost.
Printing cost.
Yeah.
But the printing press he carried, so they are
Yes.
charging high. Anyway, if also go to where independent and printing now, maybe they'll get discount. Anyway, yeah, so welcome to the True Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Again, want to say good morning, congratulations. Yes, the printing cost, Alfonso said. The printing cost, yeah, so the New Republic is on the stand, for $50 Liberian dollars. Yes. Again, I want to say good morning so much, all of you. Thank you for tuning in. The GAC is running several audits. Yes, between now to next week, these institutions that are going through the audits, yes, once the report is completed, we'll definitely inform the public. So the audit is out for the GSA. This morning, capturing the General Service Agency. Yes, the audit report from the GSA is out from the GSA. All right. We're gonna go full in details on tomorrow. Mary Bright is under the spotlight of the GSA. Remember, she was the head during the 6 years of the George Weah administration. That's part. She was linked with been working effectively, but GFC have run a full audit at the GSA. All right, so we're gonna bring you the audit report. The CSA has also been audited by the GAC, and once the report is completed, we're gonna bring it out to Liberian people. This morning again, the LACC, the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, have said money laundering at the oil company Nokai. So once we lay on our hands on this report, we're gonna read it out for the public. At the Central Bank of Liberia, good morning to all the integrity institutions. You're trying to help this country. I say to myself, if Liberia will make a change, whether it's start from endorsing top government or the lower man who's riding the motorbike or the tricycle out there. The GSC is also auditing the Central Bank of Liberia, the CBL. Once the report is completed, we'll bring it out to the public. The GSC again is also auditing by the instruction of the president. The GSC is auditing the Ministry of State. These are where 4 audits have been conducted by the General Auditing Commission. They halted audit at the NSA, yes, due to what? Security reason, and want to respect the decisions of NPA. You know, when I see an institution where we all say, well, this is the gateway of Liberia, the NPA, the National Port Authority. You log on the social media, good morning, His Excellency. The Freeport is under serious social media attack. And I intend to throw a light on it. So since taken over by the managing director, Segu Dugle, at first when Segu was appointed, everybody felt that Segu have come out from ACO. No. But he took over in a very good faith at the NPA. Today you go on the social media, Sekou Husseini Ducle is seriously attacked by some of our colleagues, my professional media colleagues. They have pointed, do you know what it takes for someone to take the official Facebook page and do a post? This is what happening to the NPA. So Sekou is under attack at the National Port Authority, the gateway of Liberia. Reason why? Some of them term it as what? Nepotism have gone back into government, where Sekou have appointed immediate family members. I'm not going to call names, but into key positions. Take for example, the assistant PR, director of planning at the NPA, logistics manager at the NPA, director of ports and harbors at the NPA, assistant director of planning at the NPA, I mean, 7 key positions. And this is what I have to say on this whole matter. You know, when Sekou took over, there was some kind of internal audit, and 10 names pop up at the National Port Authority. That includes Fromoku, Sifika, Besiga, and others. That these people was to be investigated. And the same day that lesson came out, the next day I said to the MD of the Freeport, I'm not going to bow down and say these people who are appointed by Sekou or who have gotten to this position are the immediate family members. So this is all coming. I want to say this to all institutions. Please allow the GAC, if you want to conduct an audit, allow the GAC to move in. So because of these names popping up on the social media that have gone in the public, these 10 names, so Sekou now, I'm not defending Sekou yet, but Sekou has been heavily attacked on the social media. And I'm still trying to investigate to come up with a final say whether these people who are appointed in this position are the gateway. That place should not be an era of noise. In less than 1 month, the Freeport is under serious attack. The gateway of Liberia, the MPA. So if these appointments into these positions are happening at the MPA, why? Are they his family members? Or because they have the same name, we are also investigating. This is why I love Truth FM. I'm not rendering judgment to say whether these people who are in these positions are immediate family members. Another question we ask, are they qualified? Alright? Well, some of them have been in the system already. But like from day one, and I'm on record for this. The moment these names came out, these 10 names that they should be investigated. Yes, there was 10 names from the Freeport that the current management asked that they should be full audited, whether it was done by internal audit. The next following week, Sekou have been on a serious attack. Like I said, the GNC should be there to audit any institution. I said this to the management of the NPA. After taking over, I said, if you want to conduct an audit, let the GSC, look, see what the GSC have done with the consolidated data account. Former president said 40M was left in the consolidated data account. President Boyga said 20.1. And the ones who were responsible for the audit, the GSC came and said, well, it's 9 million. Now the GSC is running audits extensively to this institution. So, but we are investigating still to know whether these people that names have been popped up. Some of our professional colleagues have gone as far posting their names on social media. And we need to have facts. And if the information, these people who, are in this position, assisting director for planning, assisting PR and so forth, if they are the members and they are just coming into this position, no. But to draw to the conclusion and say these are Sekou immediate family members, I don't want to go into that. But what I'm saying, to Sekou, can the GAC run a full audit at the MPA? Then this will take you from all of what you are going through now on the social media. Yes, let the GAC, the General Auditing Commission, won't the GAC come up with a report like him? It's difficult. So now, Sekou, I don't want to say it's for the right reason or the wrong reason. The name have popped up. And both of my professional colleagues have gone to the extent posting information on Facebook, but we are still investigating on our part. If this is the case, we'll let you all know.
And it is not just that. It is not just that it is the president who can commission an audit. You can write a GSC as an institution and say, well, we need an audit. You can write as head of NPA, you can write a GSC, the Auditor General, requesting an audit of the institution. Nobody don't have to be that. It is only the president who can commission an audit before it can be done. It is you as head of the institution. You can write the commission and say, well, due to so and so reasons, we want a full audit of the institution. That will be done. And it is important when you do that, I mean, you can even write the president and inform him about some of these what you call discrepancies and all of these things going on there, and say it is urgent because of the institution's sake. It is urgent that this audit be done so that we can start afresh. But if you have not done some of these things, then people are accusing yourself of other things, outside of the way. I mean, you are calling too much attention to the entity, and there's a need that you do much about it. For me, maybe people who are verifying these people as family members, they know what they are saying, but for me, names alone cannot. We can just say outright that this is the other person is your
Immediate family
family.
member.
So
They even go to the extent posting the amount
yeah,
that the person will make on a monthly basis.
4,500.
Yes, 4,800.
800.
And the assistant PRL 1,800 and all of that. Yeah, man.
So there's a need for you to do something about that to clear the doubt of the public, because a lot of people are running with these things on the social media, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good to the public.
It's going to get him distracted.
Yes,
Yes.
it's gonna get you distracted, and I mean it will appear to people like business as usual at the NPA. So at the NPA, so you need to do the needful.
Yes, great. So let's move on. I mean, Segu, that's it. So maybe you can write the precedent for the GAC. Those who believe that you targeted them as a witch hunt and they decide to fire you back, this is why you're going through. But meanwhile, we are still investigating as Truth FM. These names we are seeing already, whether they are immediate family member going to key positions. All right, but let's move on to making the city green again. I mean, good morning to His Excellency Joseph Boykai. Pinsville owner Chevette Gibson, in 2011, during the time of Ellen Johnson's second term, Chevette Gibson actually had Pinsville as one of the beautiful cities in Liberia. You all know that. The records are there. Let's get Pinsville City, making Pinsville City the biggest city in our country more beautiful. The appointment of Robert Bestman, I didn't see it coming, but I tried to do some research about this guy, and I strongly believe that yes, he is going to succeed with a collective effort with the 6th district in Pinsville. If you work along with this new mayor, this is not a mayor who will sit in his office. This is a workaholic mayor. From the research I've seen, I think he was so strange coming into this position. When Robert Bestman's name pops up on the e-machine, there are a few who are saying, who is this guy? But research has said to us that Robert Bestman, the new head of the PCC, look, we all have to make the city beautiful once again. Those of you with District 1 up to, District 4, District 3, District 4, District 5,
District 2,
District 2, District 6. 5 districts, right? Yeah, I'll put in one there anyway.
yeah.
Yes. So let me just profile Robert a little bit. Let's take 2 or 3 minutes of our time. It's very good to be a mayor.
And we need to know our mayor.
Yes, the mayor is the sheriff. The new sheriff in Pinsville, not the whole country, and the sheriff at JMB. Yeah, the new sheriff in Pinsville is Robert Bestman. Know your mayor very well. Tomorrow, this is going to be coming to your very home very soon. So, Mayor Robert Sulontu Bestman II have over 13 years of experience in government. Mayor Bestman served during the regime of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication, Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs, Minister of Internal Affairs, Director for Motion Picture at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. Your mayor are profiling now. Great. Head of Secretary also served on Joint Education and Public Administration Committee at the National Legislature. Management Consultant at the FDA. Vice Principal at the Havel Mission in So going back to his profile, Marka, I think with the collective effort, I keep saying collective effort, it will make this city green. We saw the budget for Pinsville, 770,000 plus. The budget is small, but I still strongly believe Robert is going to work in a small budget. That small budget that was sent as a draft and make this Pinsville city once more green. When you leave from Magibi County, They used to have a billboard down there. Just before entering Pinsville, say welcome to Pinsville City. When you enter Pinsville, the city, the official color of Pinsville, is green. Let's help and make the city green.
Yes, so we want to wish the new city mayor well. We know this job comes with a lot of challenges. President trusts your ability. That's why he gave you this job to do. And we hope that you will work in collaboration with the Monrovia City Corporation and other line institutions to execute your mandate appropriately. Pinsville deserves to be clean. Pinsville is the largest and most populated city in Liberia, and we deserve better, like Mr. Cummings will say. Yeah, we deserve better.
Okay.
So, yes, that's a mantle of authority and a responsibility given to you by the president, and so you have to deliver on it. Again, we want to call on the Monroe City Corporation, the Pinsville City Corporation, and their partners to work hard to address the fire situation at the landfill right to Wentown.
Okay.
Yes, that's one of the reasons why. That fire is hampering garbage collection in it because fire can be on the in the landfill and then you go and dump it. So you will intensify the fire. But we got information that they are working with their partners to see how to get the issue addressed, but I think they should attach some urgency to that. Yes, because one fire remain over there, it will be difficult for us to carry the garbage there. So yes, thank God they have made commitment to do something about that quickly.
Right, so before we get the telephone lines open up, Senator Prince Yomin Johnson will address the nation on today. Yes, you got a final time now.
No.
Yes.
The press conference.
That press conference. Now, journalists, those of you listening, don't get wrong for that press conference.
Press conference.
Yes.
Location indisposed.
For now.
Yeah.
Change it from the Boulevard Palace. So, Senator Yomi Johnson, number one, will address the nation on today. And my key focus is about the by-election in the County. Senatorial by-election. Which are, what is the Samuel Koga, sir? The Yantuan, sir? I mean, these are two names popping up. We saw a picture where he was, blessing when Samuel put his hand on David hair. You saw that picture on Facebook.
Yeah.
Where Richie had, man? Look, the anointing prince Joshua giving Samuel Koga.
The prayer was strong.
The prayer descending. David Kote second go for that kind of deliverance. Yeah, so we want to know for the senator which side officially is going to support in this by-election. Yeah. So the press conference on today. Yes. Yeah. So as we close up on this matter, just stop pointing direct finger on the MPA boss, Siku Dukle. So Siku, what I want to say to you, can you write for the GAC to order that MPA? I think it will take some of the pressure off you. But appearing on the social media for the wrong reason is not something good. Let's get the lines activated. Speak to your leader at the TBS 964. My name is O'Neill. And of course, Marka, 0770-153-265.
0770-202-579. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Leah Bobby Addison. And good morning to you, O'Neill. How you guys doing in the studio?
Very
well,
good.
We are great this morning. Go ahead, Chief.
Praise God for that. I called this morning to appeal to my president, Joseph Marka, as a foreign member of the National Patriotic Party, Banga County, Kokoya Road, to please maintain Omen Samuel Pearson at the National Security Service. David Coty don't know nothing about security.
Oh. Don't bring politics in there. Next thing you call Kofi Woods too. We don't know nothing about security.
He should not dream about going to the NSA. Omen Pearson was trained at the international and local level, so he's the right man for the NSA. So David Coty,
maybe not reach retirement age.
Okay.
Oh, your peace.
Yeah. Is it Pearson? Pearson are good, man.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Emmanuel and Junior and I saw economics of the internet of the stream of meeting. Well, I want to call on the president's attention this morning, and especially for allegations that have been raised in the public. Especially one coming from Honorable Kaluba that is Minister of State, is driving lawmaker to remove the speaker first. We heard similar information just after the president inauguration that lawmakers were giving money during the speaker election about 5,000, and a lawmaker came on the platform and talked about it, and later he said it wasn't true. Morally denied it. But then we have yet another information again from Honorable Calabar. And I feel like we heard that money again was dished out to partisans of the United Party. It's to celebrate the president inauguration, and that money went in thin air. There was not around because certain people ate the money. I'm not a partisan of the United Party. I was supposed to Mr. Boakai.
There was sufficient. Hello. This is radio. There was sufficient information provided concerning that money you're talking about. The inauguration celebration.
Mm-hmm.
There was sufficient information that the party executive said $1,000 was taken from each district, so that at the party headquarters in the district they can also have something there, while the partisans can have their own celebration. So don't include that one in the list you listing, because there was sufficient clarity around that one.
No, what I'm including is that where did the money come from? Again, the party of the United Party was very well. Celebration for inauguration. Why the inauguration celebration? That's where it's coming from.
Okay.
So we are calling on the president, but he's trying to get the United Party. Where did that money from?
Okay.
So, you see, okay, anyways, that's one of it. And then to leave the stage, we have been hearing that his legal advisor also got involved with the case of Julie Andy, who should think it should not be done on a government that was elected on integrity. We just called it and reminding the president that we will not remain tactless because it's not elected on integrity. Let the president live by integrity.
Okay.
All right. Great. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
The liberty constant. I'm gonna end there. I'm calling for Nimba. Precisely be central Nimba.
Okay.
Let me say good morning to the best president ever in the history of Liberia, President Joseph Marka, and the founders and the most servant lawmaker in Liberia. And one is on the TV lawmaker, the Musa Lai Hassan Pelete of Electoral District number 7 in Marka. Good morning, sir. The people lawmaker. That who is bringing development back to the court. Let me say thank you to the president for the many nominations he has made, especially for Nimba. Yesterday, we are listening to a lot of names. Those some of us we still waiting to see our name be nominated so that we can contribute to the global developments of this country, especially the educational sector. And we say thank you, and we say those that are nominated, you hope and pray that you go and serve the people well.
Okay. Great. Go and sell the people well. That's a key message. Good morning. Morning.
Audience. I'm Daniel Johnson from Harper Firestone. Good morning to the people president, His Excellency Joseph Boakai. Let me appreciate him for sanctioning audit into various agencies. I think it is welcoming because it helped the government to know what they're working into. I want to encourage him to not forget about the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education.
For audit, right?
Yes.
You call them for health, audit in Ministry of Health and that of Ministry of Education.
Yes. I think it's necessary.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Great. Someone said they had a dream of a Liberia national team. In the dream, Liberia was in Zoom with Senegal, Morocco, and Liberia in Zoom with Araco, Senegal, and Morocco. And I two things to qualify.
That person a wicked person.
Well, man, what kind of dream is this? Liberia was joining the Zoom with Araco, Senegal, and Morocco.
Can't do that to us.
No, man.
We'll protest.
You have to two teams for that.
Thank God said we learn how to protest in Liberia.
Well, that whole country. No, that dream, not good dream.
Not good dream there.
Not good dream.
We'll protest.
But God revealed to redeem. Yeah, anyway. So we send that dream back. Anyway, let's pick more calls up. This is the Breakfast Show. Speak to your leader of the TBS right here of Onu and Marka. Good morning. Morning.
Let me say good morning to Marka. My name is Joe Kamo. I joined you this morning from District 2 Lower Marketing County. People of Marka, this morning. I want to use this platform to appreciate the president for the level of work done, and secondly to appreciate the development of legislative the Prince Corporation and out of the the Ministry of the Joint Ministry that have been instituted to carry on the cleanup process. So we want to commend them to see how best we can keep the city clean. Take it back.
Great. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, let me pick this one. Good morning.
A pleasant good morning, Marka. And let me say good morning to Luka Podolski. When I saw your goal, it tells me that you are a prolific striker. I join you from District 4, and there's the voice of Akiko Wisinian. Marka, this morning, I listened to you extensively. A salient point when it comes to this issue of auditing. I think most of our leaders in this country, those who are head of ministry and agencies across the country, will buy into the idea you proposed this morning. I think Nigeria will be on the red path. Marka, like you said, sometimes some of these heads of ministry and agencies should not wait for even the GSC to declare that they are about to audit your agency or your ministry. Sometimes, if you want to exonerate yourself from the public outcry, if you want to exonerate yourself from the different speculations in the corridor of our country, it is sometimes prudent enough to be the one to voice it out that, look, I think there's a serious need that audit or forensic audit be conducted at this agency or this ministry so that there can be a level playing field for me to start my work. Some of our heads, like I said, when listening to what you said this morning, sometimes people will not just say something negative about them. It is to do that. Because when the audit is conducted, like I said, a forensic audit, when it is conducted, once the result is played out, Liberians get to know what you are entering into. Liberians get to know how this ministry or agency is like before you get there. And lastly, before I drop the line, Oni and Marka, I think this issue of the campaign, no, I think the president needs to listen to these people cry. We are not saying, coming up with such decision is a bad thing, because you must come up with some, strong decisions so that the development can go on in the country. But I want the president and those in authority at least to give these people some time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Give them some time. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
My name is Benedict Smith, the Speaker of the Concerned Motorcycle Advocacy Group. I want to thank you this morning for giving the opportunity to the Liberian to speak their mind. I want to speak directly to our dynamic president, to the group star, Excellency, Dr. Jason Imam Bwaka. Though we had a struggle times ago, we have been helping to bring leaders to power, but when they come to power, they forget about the strength of total. Even have in the past government, when struggle ran campaign, of course, design in all of the strugglers, or in particular strugglers ran campaign, nothing at all we saw, and today again, I believe that we are seeing the same thing. Even in inauguration, we never heard anything about the cyclists. And only thing that we are hearing now is we want to see cyclists in the streets. Yes, it's the menace of the government. No one can stop it. But we are telling the president that cyclists have to be to each today. Cyclists have to make it to be a president. So let me try for the center to be a center in the Republic of Liberia. So thank you very much for having me on the show.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the guy said they will help the every government to come into power and read and they forget about the sector. Many campaign again, he said. Yes, Anthony James Colley. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Two station, the station I speak for the poor. And I want to appeal to the station this morning for the president to know that Bao district in Lofa County is part of Liberia.
So which district? Which district?
Yeah, Bao district.
Okay.
It's a district very close to Stadium. By some time they were using Stadium money. The road is very bad. There's no way. The president is very close in relationship to that particular place. And all government are coming apart from trouble. Nobody pay attention to that place. We don't want to declare that place as a state by itself. But we're looking up to President Waka to please consider Bahun. We are begging him. It's part of us. We owe him vote. When we get anything, we got to run to stadium because of bad road condition. Things are hard over there. Only we beg you. We are bad. We beg them. The representatives, whatever
Which district is that in Grand Kitman County? Vaughan. Okay. Okay. Look. Okay.
It's one of the districts in Lupa, but that place is being neglected completely.
Hmm.
Government, the big school there, they just like furthermore the place there and play politics with the state road development, and we have political population there as well. And they do station promote development for all. We take it all.
Okay. You don't have to beg anyway. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Morning. Morning.
Marka, this is Marka Yoko. I call from a resident in District 6, Mazzarado County, specifically Kingsley. Who knew wow, being told my intention has to do with the issue of the National Port Authority. I think, like you said, we have the GC that does the audit. If the entity has issue, the thing you have done is to call the GC to do an audit, but when they do their own internal audit, it was just for them to hold on to information, not for them to take action. So if they did their own internal audit and then they started to take people in that position and put other people in that position, that was very wrong. It means that you're trying to find a way to employ your people, so you needed to find situations so that you can be able to remain people. These things are not good for our country, and President Boga should not be choosing where to be audited, where to not be audited. Let all the ministries be audited. Let everyone be audited so that we know, because we are about to go to country meeting. We need to know how much the bank leadership raised for the national county school.
Okay.
Yoko, yeah.
Like you've been spoke audit that you're calling for.
Yoko, you stay there?
The county meet currently go hammer that. The county meet budget can be for fun. You know, companies and thinking pump money into that county meet. Yeah.
Good morning.
Thank you. Given Marka and Onu Rabbit, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Hussein Kew, and I joined this morning for the land district to Jacobtown. Let me appreciate you and say the pleasant good morning to the people's president. And I have a concern, and that has to do with the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. Now, we were there back those days when we used to have a Ministry of State Affairs. We never heard how powerful that ministry was until we saw Marka being a de facto president in the last 6 years. Now, I'm seeing similar back on the current minister. Mr. President, we supported this party in this government. For someone who supported the party, we will not be mute on some of those things. If Mr. Christie would be a de facto president or de facto minister of state, then I think we have to get rid of him. Many financial sagas, and less similar acts that have been carried on in that ministry. And order all presidents to either investigate or speak to those matters, or people should be suspended, and after taking actions that would benefit the country. Because if we just sit on the partisan line and being my brother's keeper, this country will be the same since the 70s. This is not why we stood in the rain and the sun. We supported the party, we're not committed, we're not seeking jobs. But we think the right thing.
So why you calling Minister Sylvester Grisby? You make mention of the Minister of State. Why? Is he not a unity partisan or you friend of the president? You used to be with the ANC?
Yes, he used to be with the ANC. I am not saying for not being a unity partisan, right? I'm saying that there are not allegations of corruption at the Ministry of State. And thank God the president has called for audit, the Ministry of State to be audited. But you cannot be, or using a power that don't belong to you. The appointing power rests upon the president of the Republic of Liberia. See, the recent time we saw at the Ministry of State, people were appointed to position, 2 persons were appointed in one position. That is a misstep and a misstated error on the part of the Minister of State. So if you think that you're doing those things that will hear you, Mr. President, you have to take action.
Okay.
Some of us support you, we are disappointed. Please take action so that those things can be resolved.
Thank you. Thank you.
They talk, we listen. Don't be disappointed. The Boga one. Yes. Yeah, let's take a few calls until 9 o'clock so we can bring his polls. 9:15 this morning, we'll have the Deputy Managing Director of Administration, Bill Clinton Kambara. He's at the Bureau of Concession.
I want to read this emotional message coming from one of our long-time silent listeners. He said, "Good morning, Marka. I break silence as a silent listener to this station since 2011.
Okay.
My brother became one of the many fire victims yesterday when my three-bedroom house, the only place I have in Monserrato, mysteriously burned to ashes. For over 45 minutes, I watched my property go into flame. No fire service, nothing at all. Joseph Walker Jr., he writes from Copper Farm, Fendel. Yeah, so he said he's making an SOS call for assistance because that's just the home he had in Monserrato here. It's not easy. Brother, we firstly like to say sorry for the disaster, and we hope that humanitarian organizations and goodwill people in Liberia, whether government officials or private citizens, can come to your aid. I mean, we are so sorry for the incident.
Yes, we're so sorry. Let's get two more calls until 9 o'clock this morning, right here on the. Yes, good morning.
The microphone general, Samba.
Good morning.
Good morning to your colleague Marka. And thanks to you guys for most of encourage every day to what the people of this country. I just want to quickly respond to some information provided by one of the caller who said the political some of them campaign can be left other things. Is that true? John Kenyon was represented on one of the committees, the inaugural committee representing the political John Kenyon and two other individuals. And currently as I speak, there are so many of the motorcyclists, some have masters, some have a first degree, and they have been absorbed gradually into places that have already been declared vacant and open for employment. John Kenyon is there, is doing extremely well working with leaders who have been appointed to the various government ministry and agencies and making sure some of those cyclists who are qualified are being packed up. Unless those of the other people who have high school certificate or for those of them who have high school certificate.
Maybe because you speak of having a system, those of them who writing, not to get into government, but to set up a good system that could affect them.
It's a gradual process. What we want to be important is that they need to rest assured that this administration will not leave the motorcycle out. It was the first time in the history to find the motorcycle to be the inaugural committee, and even to have them even be absorbed into places quietly as they moving about. But there are many benefits coming from the cyclists, especially skills training program and advancing their educational condition and putting them into a position where they can have into the government process of our country. I just want to get the life experience.
Okay. All right, great. Let's get one more call and go for sports this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you. The Mr. Mona has went to Marka. Here's the voice of people who have been doomed, and I'm joining the conversation this morning for District 4, Monserrato County. Good morning, His Excellency Dr. Ambassador President Boycott. So this morning, basically two things my attention have been drawn to. It surprises me when I toured the market around Liberia, where today that Bagana play, Bagana prepare. So today now he go around this places president. The name Bagana play now baby have becoming now a thing where people just play for because the issue of rents. Rent remains like vegetable food. If the government can't no expect with this about rescue government, like rents are still crying, rents is at the increase.
The Commerce Minister Abel Munda said 25 cents deduction. Have it taken effect?
For 3,500 in the market. They are not getting effect. So
okay, so send a direct message to the Minister of Commerce. I don't know from what his own research and all his calculation, he came up to tell Liberian people 25 cents will be deducted from the staple food rice, and this has not taken into effect.
Yes, so this morning I want to speak to your conscience. If you are selling and the former president say, oh, maybe they don't decide what to do, but it will not be they don't decide what to do because this government is not government as usual. We are back to change that. So please, if you have told them to bring to reduce it, and they are done, they are done all of these people that are doing resistance study, rest press, and increase like rest are complaining. Please, this money, in your honorable office, and my home and be to you. Secondly, when you spoke about something, the things in safety. Been around busy, and I've seen the great things you've doing during the last 10 where Seville served as major. And so I think the energy are going to show that the budget that was allocated to Paisley is low. And so a group of people will go back to his guidance coach, or people will be like great city. Please, one of one guy, we live in the one of the people of great and big city. Please see reason. Our budget is very low, but if we have people be a great city to go back to his Sadako. Thank you, only and Madam, for the time this morning.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And of course, it's a meeting up to 9 o'clock. Yes, the president resides in Painesville. Painesville is a big city. Yes. Thanks for all of the callers. We want to say thank you so much. This is the TBS. Let's do this on tomorrow. 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Yes. What Apostle John Greek say? It's a message again. When God speaks to his people, the people has to listen. When God speaks to the people must listen. Anyway, what's the message, Apostle Greeks? Anyway, yes. Let's get sports coming up right here on the TBS on 96.1. They talk, we listen. In the midst of all controversy, I was looking for Naomi Tapia through the studio wing or through the VVIP. Naomi Tapia is here to fill us in the world of sports this morning. To tell us what is happening this morning. Good morning to you, Naomi. Why are you laughing? I was looking for you through the VVIP. Go ahead, let's see what you have this morning.
Yeah, okay, welcome to the Fashion of Life. The Lone Star of Liberia has qualified for the group stage of the 2025 Nations Cup qualifiers. The white and blue outfit got better of struggling Djibouti in both legs of the preliminary qualifiers. Liberia won the first leg 2-0 away, while the second leg settled to a 0-all draw at the SKD Sports Complex on Tuesday, though Djibouti ended the match with 10 men. Liberia shot in the 4 minutes of play king from Mohamed Shangari from first half 30-yard free kick. Both teams fully performed, but the visitors were more composed throughout the match despite being down by 1 man. Liberia Basketball Leagues continue on Monday in the starting fixtures with Invincible 11 defeating D Rockers with a whopping 38 to 60 points in the female category. Royal Legends trailed Georgia Warriors 50 to 40 points in the male second division category at the same venue. In the first division male category, Desert Knights overpowered Visionary 46 to 37 points to climax the day's basketball fiesta at the SKD Sports Complex basketball gym. The leagues continue this Wednesday at the same venue with Vision Streeters and TS Warriors coming face to face in the first match at 4 p.m. in the male category. In the female category, Game 2 will winners Kakata Rockers and Star 1 battling for supremacy in the male second division, while FPRC others who have tasted defeat in sequence since the league commencement will take on MPA Patterns in the last encounter in the first division category. Firemen won Summer Kickball Club 2-0 in Game 1 of the Liberia Kickball Federation League 2 first match to make progress in the league table. Powerful injuries bout Watanga 8-1 in homage fans at the Strat as free ride for Watanga, while Balanceville Superstars of BSS and Angels of the Sky or Ice Sisters settled for a 3-all draw. Community Youth Empowerment or CYE were defeated 2-1 home runs by God's United, and Guests of Zion considered a 2-4 home run defeat to Vision Sisters. The climax out of the weekend's kickball fiesta, Brazilian girls and Camara Kickball Club battled with Camara overcoming Brazilian girls 2-0. Luton winger Andres Thompson says the uncertainty created by other Premier League teams' points deductions for breaching financial rules makes mockery of the top flight. Everton have been docked 6 points down from 10 after an appeal, while Nottingham Forest have appealed against their own 4 points deduction. Forest points lost meant they replaced Luton in the relegation zone. Tom Sincere close battling the draft. Don't know what's going to happen. Lotton announced 17th in the table, 1 point and 1 place above Forest, but the top flight standings are potentially still subject to change given Forest's decision to appeal, while a hearing into a second alleged breach by Everton is taking place this week. The league's rules state an appeals process should conclude no later than and if possible sometime before 24 May, 5 days after the CC finishes, although Forest's case is set to be concluded before then. And a former president of the Chinese Football Association, CFA, Qin Zuyan, has been sentenced to life in prison for bribery, according to the country's state media. In January, he pleaded guilty to taking bribes worth a total of 81 million yuan, $11.2 million in euros, 8.9 million. An anti-corruption crackdown led by President Xi Jinping has cut through sport, banking, and military. In football, more than a dozen coaches and players have been investigated. The trial at the Intermediate People's Court of Zhuangxin in central China revealed Xin's illicit activities from 2010 to 2023, which included his earlier role as president and chairman of Shenzhen International Port Group. Prosecutors say Qin accepted money and variables in exchange for his help with obtaining project contracts and arranging sporting events. The court ruling said he had brought tremendous damage to China's football cause, according to the state-controlled Xinhua news agency. State media also said that 3 other senior football officials were sentenced on Tuesday to between 8 and 14 years in prison for corruption. Earlier this year, an ex-Everton midfielder and former head coach of China's national men's soccer team, Li Tai, confessed to fixing matches and offering bribes to people, including Shin, to get China's top coaching job. That's all for our sports tips.
Okay, so now me top you guys with our sports. Yes, sports a regular feature right here on the TBS 96.1, the Heart and Soul of Liberia. Let's bring you commercials, but we'll come back. We'll bring on our guest in the last segment. The Deputy Director General of Administration on the Bureau of Construction, Bill Clinton's Kamara, will be our guest on the last segment of the TBS. Don't go away after this break.
Along with subscription periods for activating any on service in your football zone campaign. Winners of 1.5 gigabytes of data, 101 weekly winners of a 50-inch TV, 125 kg bags of rice, 32 monthly winners of 1 KK, 1 motorbike, and 30 smartphones, and a grand raffle draw of a brand new vehicle. To check your goals and for more information about the services to activate, dial *009# For more information, call us on 111 free of charge. Please be closer to what matters. Orange. If you're only internet router from any orange store or POS around the country, enjoy a football data packs that start from $9 for 10 gigabytes and 30 gigabytes for $59.
Even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office, partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too.
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office, partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too.
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure.
Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service. How to transfer money from your bank card to an Orange Money wallet with the Card to Wallet service. Go to the Orange Botswana website at www.orange.co.bw and select the drop-down menu and click on Orange Online. This will open a new tab which will ask you to sign in. Click on Sign Up to register for the Card to Wallet service as a new user. Enter your name, surname, the Orange number and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm your password, which you will then be required to sign.
Entertainment is part of the TBS. So at 9:15 this morning, we bring on the Deputy Managing Director of Administration at Bureau of Concession, Clinton's Kamara, coming up on the TBS this morning.
Nobody to back one, to back your children. Everybody to your own blessing. Teach them not to be by the time I'm ready to let you want to be.
It's a nice song, man. Country sound, man. What's happening in our country? Oh, man. Good morning to hey, big brother Abraham Shaw. How you doing this morning? Country sound. Yes, so entertainment is part of the True Breakfast Show. Big up to Liability is a fact. He got me vibing to this song. I love this one. Yes, good music, folks. Listen up to the TBS on 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Good morning to all of you listening up to the show this morning. Yes, so let's link up with our guest this morning. Yes, I remember Marka is not screened to this microphone.
Yeah.
Yes, he's not screened, but that will be his fifth appearances with us. You remember during the 2023 general election. He was vying for the House of Representative. So, well, God says not a time to lead the people of this group for going on the national level. Bill, good morning to you. I'm trying to do a reflection. How you
Yeah,
doing this morning, Bill?
thank you so much, Anita. I want to say it's a pleasure being here. I'm very happy that you reflected on mine on the 2023 episode. It was a great time campaigning.
What's your experience you thought about going in?
Well, it's not strange to me that that was my second time contesting,
Okay.
and that it gives me a whole lot of experience about people, the community, your own confidence to lead, and inspire me more that God time is the best. You have to keep pushing, and once you have that resilience, persevere, and I ensure that you build a public confidence and make the people know that you're an alternative one day. And that was a very good campaign because there was no fighting.
Mm-hmm.
People saw the campaign platform, and we did our part, and the people decided, and we have to go back.
How is ACO? How is your political party? I mean, after the first round of election, there was two political parties, the CDC and that of the Unity Party. Your party decided to support. How is ACO? I mean, are you going to say all you talking about? How is the party, in fact?
The party is good, and I I remember you asking me, said, Bill, do you think I could we made the Unity Party win? And I told you I will come back rare
Okay.
and
Well, otherwise, why are you laughing?
congratulate the people because I am a political strategist. I know very well where we were, where the entire political vehicle we saw where it got stuck. And all we needed to do was just to push and climb the hill rather than bring it down the hill to start. And you saw that once we endorsed the Unity Party, that was the victory. We are okay. The standard bearer, everybody's okay. We are in the alliance, and we are making sure that the Liberian people deserve better.
The decision to endorse, was it something that the executives tussle over?
Not really, because we are done our political mathematics. We know where Liberia
There was
was.
some who were supporting the re-election for George Weah. Some who saw that, and the Hurricanes will decide to go to the Unity Party. That's why he asking.
Yeah, but
Those who contested on the party ticket.
the Constitution says you can associate and disassociate. So that gives you the right. So we can be talking right now and say, "But I won't be
But
part
what
of
did
it."
you say it was not tussle over the decision? I
No, it
mean,
means that we all will not agree to one thing, but the issues is when the majority agree and the party's agenda, the mantra of the people, once the majority agree, which resolved to the national executive resolution, it means that is the decision of the party. That does not negate the fact that Winnie does not have the right to go. So the party decision becomes the decision of the national executive, and we took the decision and sealed the deal and give the Liberian people a better opportunity that we have seen today. And that was President Joseph Newman Boakai.
Hmm. Great. That was President Jose Yuma Boykar. Great. Bill, so you hear this morning. Let's go straight into business. They're appointment of the president. I mean, President Jose Yuma Boykar appointing you as Deputy Managing Director of Administration of the Bureau of Concession. Yeah, let's talk about it. How is it? You are contesting to become a lawmaker. You're a very brilliant man. You can work in any space. This appointment have fall with you, and you have a lot of mindset, great innovation to move that institution. Let's talk about it.
Well, thank you so much. You know, God does everything for the best, and I want to say to the Almighty Allah, thank you so much. I want to appreciate my family, my three little girls, my wife, and we want to say to the President of the Republic of Liberia a big thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve, especially in area that we have talked about. On many occasions, I came here, you always ask, Bill, you always concerned about concession company. Why? And I was like, the Liberian people deserve better. We see so much thing happening in our country. We have so much resources, natural resources. But yet, my America cannot live on dollar per day, but there's a big company right behind our house that's creating so much combustion smoke and paying taxes to the government. But my America cannot live on dollar per day. So, and I asked myself, I said, how did the president realize that putting me at the Bureau of Construction was one of my argument every time? But then I realized that the president has a very brilliant team that is carrying on vetting process. They go through your CV, your experience, places you work. They analyze it before they even call you for interview. So like somebody asked me, Bill, you need to go to NPA. You need to go to the place. By the time I ended the month, but with all what you brought to me, the place we think you can do more and well is the Bureau of Concession. I was like, what do you call Bureau of Concession? I said, okay. Then I realized that it's not just a team of technicians around the president, but there are people who are placed in a very better position to vet individual candidates that are prepared to deliver the rescue team. So after our interview, I left. Um, and I was doing my little business on the side. You know, I'm an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
And I wondered, Mr. Kamakam, you have been appointed by the President of the Republic of Liberia, and your letter is ready to pick up, and you need to start moving the rescue train. And upon receiving my letter, I said, once you receive a letter from the President, anything happens in 72 hours, you are responsible. I need to proceed to the institution and show that we start the vehicle moving. And today, I want to say to President Marka and the entire United Party UP Alliance, I'm very proud to serve in that capacity, first time to being appointed by the President of the Republic of Liberia to serve the Liberian people with unfinishing commitment, transparency, accountability, and to ensure that the right thing is done. So, my appointment, I want to say thank you. You are the first person that broke the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody started calling me, man, but who will visit the office? I've not taken office yet, so I don't want nobody visiting me yet. But it's good. So, yesterday we took office. I want to say to the Director General, Mr. Dennis, and my colleagues, Councillor Richard, we took office, and the employees of the entity were very welcoming, and I see that we can do better at the National Bureau of Construction.
I know you have not had the opportunity to go through all of the corners of the building, go through all of the administrative, you know, areas to say you have 100% knowledge of everything in that building. But what impression you got when you enter for the first time?
Well, let me be bold with you. The public sector had a serious issue years back. Most of the infrastructure, public infrastructure, especially institution, have had so much problem. Most especially National Bureau of Construction. It was a kind of toxic environment before that we heard. It was a fighting, people used to fight there. So because of that, most of the donors, international organization, left and they could not support the institution because of the whole rivalry about power struggle there. So before going there, we already had some idea about the place, but we can preempt because somebody said the poor fighting, and then you go there with your own fighting jacket. No, you have to go with the different administrative style. Probably there could be some reason why things were not right. Maybe misplacement. Maybe politics to workplace. Maybe somebody feel that somebody was tapping on their position. So we have to go there to consider everybody as a Liberian, depoliticize our conversation, and tap into their comfort zone to see how best we can add innovation to the existing environment to transform it, and we keep the train moving to do our work. So I've not had the opportunity to do everything like you've said, but at least with the Director General we have, he has given me the roadmap, and I know very well that with our president and the employee, with our colleagues, we can transform the National Bureau of Concession.
So considering what you said earlier, how the place was, initially toxic, we know a lot of media institutions, we ourselves here reported some of the things that happened over there. What becomes the first challenge of the new administration?
Well, firstly, I have said emphatically clear that we depoliticize the place. When I enter the place, I do not see myself as somebody from ACO or Unity Party. And no one should see themselves there as a sedition, none from another political party. See yourself as a Liberian, that you have been paid to work to ensure that your fiduciary responsibility is to ensure that the National Bureau of Concession carry out its function for the Liberian people. So you ain't going to see anybody with better or care party regret. All we're going to see you doing is the function of the Bureau of Concession. So the whole idea about fighting, I can show you that it's never going to happen anymore at the Bureau of Concession. It's an integrity institution. It's an institution that the Liberian people depends on. How these concession can live up to the compliance, the monitoring and evaluation, those agreement contracts that they have signed to meet up to the commitment of the community, the country. So what should we go there and start a fight?
So, just for further emphasis and for the sake of our followers, you care to outline clearly the functions of this bureau?
Well, thank you so much. The first of all, the National Bureau of Concessions emanated from the whole out of the 2012 Public Procurement and Concession Act, and the PPCC is the arm of the government and the procurement contracts. Look at contracts. You have the National Investment Commission on the other hand, that is an incubator of concession investment. National Investment Commission developed the concession agreement. They are the one who create the one-stop shop. Can bring investment, whether you have your investment portfolio, um, whether you fall within a benchmark. They develop the concession, and the PPCC work with them, and they have something called the Interministerial Concession Committee. You have everybody there playing a part with multi-stakeholder. Now, but then at the time, I used to work with the National Investment Commission. I worked with Mr. Richard Tauber. I had the time to work with Nada B. David, and my last boss was Sierra Bisha, and the late male soul rest in peace. So the argument was that you cannot be the one receiving the revenue at the same time disbursing it. So you can be the one bringing the concession, the investor, and at the same time monitoring. That's something called conflict of interest. So because of that, there's a need to have an institution called the National Bureau of Concession and Contracts. Sole responsibility is to ensure that whatever we sign as a concession, those social corporate responsibility, those things that are in it that need to be done for the community to ensure that the concessionaire meet the demand, the applicable compliance. It must be somebody that will have that function to say, go and monitor them to see actually whether they defrauding government revenue. And so whether they say they will pay school, they're not paying it. They say they will pay hospital, they ain't paying it. They will do road, they ain't doing it. So that institution must be put into place. So 2010 came into an act to create a National Bureau of Concession. Sole responsibility is to carry on the monitoring and evaluation of concession. Concession is not just about money. People, when you talk about concession, they just feel like, okay, it's just about money, go to Be Mountain, go to Ashland like that. Concession has to do with everything that has to do with companies, land, it could be building, mining, anything, eminent domain the government owned that is contracted to either a foreign investor or domestic investor. The National Bureau of Concession must monitor that to ensure that they meet the compliance regulation.
So as a follow-up to the question, that's why you have spoken about the functions. Why is it was it toxic in the past? I mean, that's why you love the function.
Yeah, sometimes I like to quote some theory. There's something called the McGregor theory, the X and Y. There are some employee, they lay back, they don't do work, they take pay, but their ability to function at work, maybe they misplaced. And when people misplace to work, what they intend to do is to create a scene at all time because they don't have the ability, the potential. So they create a scene that distract productivities. So we realize that a lot of people misplaced and the issues of power struggle was in the building. And because of that, NGOs, because you have people, NGOs coming in to help, to give them subsidy, external support to carry on most of their activity. Most of the NGO had to leave, and consumption there become insecure. And I always tell people that Liberian investment climate, we have a very economic green field. People think that everything feeling Liberia. No, we have not even gone to 70% of our natural resources. Imagine aquaculture. Imagine the issues of our money, forestry. You're talking about oil. We have not even started on oil. Our marine industry. You're talking about maritime, 5,600 vessels on the sea. How many person monitoring that? Maritime industry. You have a registry somewhere that's collecting revenue on behalf of the government of Liberia. Who's monitoring that? How many person monitoring the flag? Contract between Liberia and the entire registry with the vessel. Who monitoring that? What the resources going? How many of you monitor? How many times have you monitored the African Plaza, the UN building? Do you know there's a concession in that building between Liberia and anybody occupying that building? Who's collecting the revenue for that? The Duco Plaza. If somebody occupies it today, who's collecting the revenue? Who monitoring that? So there's so much responsibility that we need to look after to ensure that government, revenue, compliance, monitoring, evaluation, social corporate responsibility that must come into to place. To do that, we have to see ourselves as the face of the government. And that's why I said yesterday, I said everything we've done here represents the obvious offer of the President of Liberia, President Joseph Marka. And that is the reason why we've left everything to ensure that the dream and aspiration of the arrest agenda come to pass. So we must all look at ourselves as Liberians to work to ensure that what we earn, we work for it.
What do we work for? So, Liberian investment climate on Joseph Waika. What's your anticipation? What do you look forward seeing on Joseph Waika?
Well, I can,
Are there prospects?
significant prospect. Let me tell you what drive investment. Investment is not driven by maybe the number of money we deposit in bank. Investment is driven by economic security, accountability, trust, confidence in government. Once you restore public confidence, they attract individual ability to invest. Economic security is not just by the presence of police in the street. Economic security is the presence of responsible government. A government with integrity, a government that ensures accountable record for every cent spent, a government that elevates professionalism, the core competence, a government that ensures foreign integrity, that people can leave every walk of their community, their country, to come in and create an environment of peace and stability. So, Ambassador Bwaka government, we used to the ambassador thing more than calling him president. He doesn't want to title. He said, "No, I have come to set a legacy." Today, on the international scene, investor, not foreigners are coming to Liberia on a daily basis to look at the atmosphere, the peace and stability in the country. The the, the way he has informed the international community before being elected that Liberia will be a place of peace that you can invest. So I can assure you that under Ambassador Bwaka administration, there will be more investor coming. Besides that, even existing investment company, we will ensure that they live up to the compliance. We will ensure that if they have defrauded government revenue, they are not living to the expectation of the people. We can flag that to the national legislature, and that's why the legislature they got the ability to amend to ratify concession. So if the concession is not living to the expectation of the people, they can recall and say, "Look, we have realized that you're not meeting the demand of what you signed up for," and that is our role to ensure to monitor them. If they are not meeting the compliance and regulation, we have to send that to the legislature to say this is not what we intend for the Liberian people. So because of that, we can assure you that the investment climate of our country, the economic outlook, will be very great for our people, creating jobs for the Liberian people, not only in the public sector, but expanding in private sector growth. To expand private sector growth, the government must ensure the issues of economic security. The government must expand through its expansionary policy that government entity and institution should not only be centralized in Monrovia. Like I said yesterday, I said, look,
Mhm.
you have 98 employees right in the building.
Okay.
Everybody can no.
Mhm.
Well, everybody in the building, monitoring evaluation, everybody stay here. We must decentralize the National Bureau of Concession because concession is not only in Maserati. We must have regional offices. You, we should have office in the Western cluster where you have all the companies in the Western cluster. We should have office in Nima County where you have Aslam Meta. We should have office in the Southeast.
Mhm.
Now, when we decentralize National Bureau of Concession, then we send out our employees to be monitoring evaluation, safety officer, looking at compliance of the institution. Now, when you do that, you restore public confidence in the people. But when we all sit in Monrovia and there's something happening in Kinjo or maybe in Aslameta, then the people have to protest, come to Monrovia, go to the Labor Ministry or come to the Bureau of Concession Compliance. Then we start to send people that set a committee. Go, no, no. We must have the physical presence of our staff to ensure quarterly monitoring and evaluation. Safety officer must ensure that the safety regulations in compliance. That will mitigate the risks associated with non-compliant posture from this concession company, rather than all of us just in Maserado taking pay and nobody care what is happening to the people in the counties or the concession area.
Well, that sounds good. So, again, most of the citizens, especially those in the big construction areas, have always sometimes blame government for not being able to get their benefit, especially through the companies' corporate social responsibilities. And at most time, you see these protests, like you mentioned. I mean, under the vision of the new leadership there at the bureau, I mean, how differently do you intend to do things?
Yeah, thank you so much. And that's why we've looked at the National Bureau of Concession as a special purpose vehicle. It is a special purpose vehicle. The NRC is on. We have the PPCC that look into all of the contracts.
Hmm.
We have the concessionaire. Then we have the community, the people, because the legislature, every contract emanates from the legislature.
Hmm.
Then what is in the legislature package for the people? Because they are the lawmakers. Let us assume right now what happened to the Western cluster.
Hmm.
You you saw the Buffalo County legislature coming together to meet, right?
Hmm.
Then because the issue is if the concession in that part of our country is not meeting to the citizen demand or the agreement signed, they are not implementing it. The direct effect, who does it fall on? The lawmaker there.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the first thing the post about I don't want to sign an agreement against the suffer us. Not just the president, but the lawmaker as well. So we have the lawmaker involved with it to ensure that whatever that is in the package of the concession agreement, they too should be part of the special purpose vehicle. And that's why we look into ratification review of contracts
Okay.
to ensure that they do the right thing. But one thing we also need to understand that we as a country, concession do not only benefit the community, they benefit the entire country.
Mhm.
So that is something that Aslamata is in Nimba, right? Somebody will say, well, Aslamata in Nimba, we're not supposed to benefit Nimba. No. Nimba as a county, it will benefit Nimba as a county in every district. But every proceeds or remittance from the Aslamata benefit the entire country, right?
Sure.
Good. So then that's why we call it the benefit of concession. Now, when we are receiving this benefit, we put this benefit into infrastructure development, schools, hospitals, roads, education, healthcare, capacity building. Now, when the benefit now forthcoming, how do you think that the government will build school? How do you think the government will build the roads? How do you think the government will build hospitals? So when these benefits now forthcoming in the concession, then there's a need we go back to it to see whether the concession meets what we call the international best practice. And the international best practice is every concession must have something we call the value proposition. In contract agreement, they call it value added. The presence of the investment company, what impact does it have on the community? That's the community right there. What impact the investment has on the community? Is it improving the livability of the people? Is it impacting education? Is it impacting capacity building? Is it looking at other variables to improve the life of the people, or it is just there to exploit the natural resources that in the long term it just leaves the people with a vulnerable environment? And that's why we look at. Then as a community also, we look at something we call the social impact assessment. Like I told you, the value proposition. The concession is there. Is it impacting the young people? Is it creating the issues of a decent work act? Is it creating job where O'Neill is taking pay on time, he's taking care of your rear, he's living there, he's been protected, he has an insurance. He go to work, he come from work. Now O'Neill living an economy under President Joseph Boakai administration. He said, yeah, I know you should take pay on time, but my thing coming through on my account. That impact assessment.
No business as usual.
No business as usual. So when you feel comfortable, it means the concession is meeting the requirement of that social impact responsibility. Then we look at something called the environmental impact assessment. Now because when he's taking pay on time, he relaxed. And he doesn't care to know what will happen in the long run. Maybe when you go to work, they pay on time. But in the long run, after the concession company leave, they only start to suffer for good water because maybe it's a chemical company that is involved with chemical manufacturing. Then after 10, 20 years, Oni cannot get a good water because they are infested in the entire environment. Or maybe it's a kind of toxic waste they are doing. Then after a few times, mosquitoes start to affect Oni and his family in the long run. Maybe because we did not look at that environmental impact assessment, then we realized that they are creating environmental pollution and hazard in the community. So not because Oni is taking pay on time, but what is in the package in the long run that will impact the community, that will protect the community and mitigate risks. So we look at that also. And that's what we call the risk prevention and safety method. And that's why we have the EP on the other hand also. And we have the liberal industry, extractive industry also on the other hand. So we call it a special purpose vehicle. Now, when these things are looked at, then the government on the other arm, Ambassador Boakai, arrests agenda, roads. So we have this company that is contributing to the issues of rural rehabilitation. Then the people in Kinjawa will say, yeah, we got road going down town, our villages. We got road in Saklipi and Ban. We got road going to Sando. Because we have the presence of the multi-million-dollar investment company that is taking natural resources from that part of the region, and they use the same road. So they must rehabilitate and ensure that the roads are constructed to meet the citizen demand. So we look at that also. We got something called the multi-stakeholder partnership. The community, the people who there. You cannot have an investment in Sano County, then the people in Sano County cannot get employment. You cannot have an investment in Kinjo, then the people in Kinjo cannot get employment. So the community stakeholder must come together to identify what potential they can provide to the investment company. Another one we also look at is something called concession rights. Let me tell you, the reason why we protest every day is because we have not created a platform for education. Concession also has a right. Concession has a right.
What sort of right is that?
The right is something we call properties right protection, the PRP. Only went through the contract. We signed a contract. He living up to the contract. Maybe because of some externalities, something wrong somewhere. Then the next morning we run on new property and buy a car. put fire on the manufacturing company only because there's something wrong somewhere, and we did not use the rightful channel. Now, when you also have a concession company, you as a community must protect the concession's right, the right to the infrastructure, the right to 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 to, to invest and expand the industry. So these properties right protection, one is not taken into consideration, then it scare investor away. How can we need tell another person to come from Italy to come invest? All we need hundreds and thousands of machines has been burned down only because of misunderstanding.
Are you going to revisit most of the concession agreements that was signed? I mean, with all these companies, concession companies in our country.
Yes, we said we called it the Concessions Review Committee.
Okay.
We have instituted that. That will be put on the table very soon. The National Concession Review Committee. We want to look at all.
You work along the lawmakers to review them.
We're going to look at all. We know it passed through the lawmakers before it reached to us, the National Investment Commission. But our part that we need to play, we need to play that part to ensure, look, it is not a lawmaker that will go monitor the concession.
So what become of interest? Maybe this XYZ, I mean, a lawmaker have an interest in selling companies now, makes it so difficult to have them review. I mean, probably it's an old age problem.
I doubt any lawmaker will have an interest. I don't want to say that. And that's the reason why, to avoid the issues of conflict of interest, that is the reason why we have institutions that are responsible, particularly for the issue of monitoring and evaluation. The lawmaker could say, we who sign a contract will be one monitoring it. The NRC could say, we who ensuring to sign to make sure they meet the investment climate portfolio will be one monitoring. No. They say no. The PPCC could say, we who looking at the contract to see those variables in the contract. They say no. We will be excluded in the process, and in the National Bureau of Construction responsibility to ensure that this company meet the compliance. So I don't think any lawmaker will be involved. The lawmaker, in fact, they are happy that an arm of government it is ensuring that this company meet the compliance so that the burden on them, the pressure on them in their various county can be reduced.
All right, great. We do have 60 minutes up to 10 o'clock. Quickly, before we get the lines activated, the 100 days. I mean, not many people are saying this. The president 100-day durables. You think he's going to live up to 800 days?
The 100-day deliverable still is ongoing. You are before reaching the office. How you saying the GSE has done an audit on GSA? The president said audit must go on.
Okay.
We must ensure that every government office is audited to know where we are as a country. You saw the issues of the central bank giving different figures, past government giving different figures. So the president is a realist. I have not seen, besides my father, I have not seen any father who is as real as President Marka.
You're saying this? The guys in the cities who are saying the same to George Weah, they are not seeing nobody else than President George Weah. Now, you have not seen any realist apart from your father, Joseph Boycott.
Everything he has said to me, I have been waiting for the past 16 years.
Okay.
16 years. And every one of my colleagues said, why are you being a woman? I said, the reason is when he tells you something, when you don't believe it, you will see ahead of you. If he says, I will do that, the first thing when you meet Ambassador Barker, the first time President Barker, you will write everything you will say, you write it down. Then you think you've been forgetting. After years, when you come back, you think, didn't we discuss it before?
Yeah, what man now? So he writes it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
You know, when I came back from the States, I was with him, my daughter passed, and I went back to the state for the burial, and I came for the campaign. Everyone in the community said the president forgot about me. My man, you just suffer behind the paper, he forgot about you. And I almost believe it because you know the whole appointment things going on. So one day I decided to go to the executive mansion to say, let me just make my way through to see him. So when I reached out, the security said, no, you don't have appointment here and there, you can't enter. So please step aside. That's a protocol because when you elect somebody, you have to respect the protocol. I decided to step aside to wait. Fortunately for me, the president was coming from the meeting and he decided to walk through the security corridor. While you were walking, he looked on the right. And he looked at me, he said, Bien. Because he calls my traditional name Bien. He said, what are you doing here? And everybody was like, how did the people know the young man? Come on, man. Where you know him from? From that day, when I go to the mansion, they don't even tell me stuff. They say, go, we want trouble. Okay, trouble. That was one of the honorary movement in my life. For people to speculate that he has forgotten about you after all the years, the campaign and activity, to come in the midst of hundreds of people. And he walked to me and shook my hand. He said, let go of step. That reminds me of the unfinished commitment and faith that I have that he can never forget. So he's a father, he's a mentor, but not because we have the proximity to the president. That means we'll compromise our integrity to exercise our fiduciary responsibility of
And like I have always said, the guarantee for the job you have will be your performance.
performance.
Sure.
He's a performance oriented person. You saw what he said that you will see Monserrato clean before the inauguration. You could see Central Street clean. You couldn't even pass on Central Street. He told you that will make sure that the issue of drugs addiction, we will fight joy. Today you see, go to Central Street, you can even buy a kobo and sit and eat it. Go to Nukutan, go to the places in Monserrato that were drugs infested. Look at our young people today. But you can see how the drugs enforcement agency has been able to fight. You can see the National Disaster Management, a place that was considered a quiet place, nothing was happening. You can see how the disaster management is getting ready to respond to risk and mitigation of disaster in Moru.
And your bureau of concession has series of protests back and forth. We have courage all with that bureau of concession there.
That's why I've come to let you know that going further, we have depoliticized the place.
How's the building, in fact, since taking over?
Building is it's part of the 100-day deliverables.
Okay.
A massive cleanup campaign will start as of next week.
Okay.
We want to clean it, not only to clean it for janitorial purpose, we want to clean it to clean the mind, to clean the expectation, to ensure that even the human resource aspect is clean. We want to have technician, professionalized environment, all hands on deck to ensure that people work and come to work on time and what you work for. We will not have people on lip service. The issues of concession compliance audit. We want to, when we say concession compliance audit, we will look for money, no. But we also want to know as to whether you live into the requirement of LRA.
Okay.
Whether you live into the social corporate responsibility, whether you live into the environmental impact obligation. Those things that you're supposed to live up to. And it's not just companies that we see the big company. We inviting all of the concession company, contract, building, land, eminent domain, what government owning is presumably. Everyone that have contract, we're going to invite and have a concession review conference to say, look, this is what you've done. Semeco, years back, this is where you are. This is where you should be. Sati Brother, this is where you should be. Your manufacturing is zero. Aslameta, this is where we expect you to be. International best practice. Running, B Mountain, Golden, Veroni, all of the companies. I know very well.
Western Cluster.
There's something in Liberia that you love. And you are there in the profit. Equally so, we also should benefit from the profit you earn by having a very good environment to, let's say, for example, the DCNYI. You have to live to work to the portfolio of the DCNYI. You cannot have people working for you and you don't have a structure, no shelter, they don't live anywhere. You don't even take care of the good environment, habitat. We have a holistic work, not just to come on radio to see all of the beautiful thing, but to ensure. That's why beginning next week, you will not see a coat suit on me. I will be my social gear, making sure that everywhere that we have issues, we must go there, not only to talk about the issue, but to find a solution to the issue. And that's why when you look on we have something called a concession conflict resolution committee. That is another arm that is involved with concession conflict. How do we solve this conflict? How do we mitigate it? How do we bring it to the round table to say, look, Mr. X, you are not living to the task. Equally so, you as an employee and inhabitant, this is your role need to be played. We need to educate people, create more civil awareness to our people, rather than look at the issues of protest. Equally so, people have the right to explain what affects them, but have to use the rightful medium so that we can have a better economic society.
It's the voice of Bill Clinton's Kamara, Deputy Managing Director of Administration, the Bureau of Concession. I'll be listening to him for the next, the past 35 minutes. Let's get some reaction from the public.
0770-202-579, 0770-202-579 is the number you can call this morning.
Yes, line
Yes.
1 is off, so just make use of the line. Let's see if I can pick our very first. Let's do a minute per call because of time. Good morning. Hold on. Okay. All right. Morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. And let me say good morning to your studio guest. I'm Daniel Johnson, calling from Habel Fire Zone. Your studio guest deliberation is beautiful, and let me say thank you to the president for giving them the opportunity to serve. The only thing I have to tell them is it is action I want to see. Because for those of us who live in the concession area, we know how our people have been marginalized, how our people have been denied from social corporate responsibility. So they need to put their feet on the ground to make sure that the livelihood of the people be implemented, that hosting an in concession agreement be implemented to the fullest. So thank you. I wish you all of the best.
All right.
All right, thank you. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning to the listening public. My name is Melvin Yoko. I want to say thank you to the brother Istino. He took one this morning. But to come to this point, I want you to know that the comment who put the point on the water, I'm not really seeing the change. The matter I was saying is that the breathing and dry water issue.
But the concessions can address the bread and butter issue. Better that man discussing his sector and you.
Yeah, don't
Discussing his sector.
Let's stick to the main
Good
sector.
morning. Good morning.
The feedback.
No, we are getting feedback.
That's
from
terrible.
the call. Let me take this one.
It's also
And you
terrible. So let's pick up Anthony James Colley. Council, go ahead, Council. But I think that's the first step. It's not a bad step on the radio inviting to come. You should commend them. There are many others who will invite who will come up.
You think the government doesn't know?
I mean, council, the government know. Let's wait and see. Yeah, McLean morning.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, activist.
Yes.
Yeah, cover of course 0770-202-579. This one. get this. Good morning.
Marka, good morning. Let me say good morning to your guest in studio. I joined the discussion against District 4, and there's the voice of Akwe Senior. Well, Marka, I strongly believe that, this issue of concession, it has its own way of bringing development to our country. But over the years, Marka, there have been a lot of concession agreements that we Nigerians, we don't see the dividend. So I came to ask this morning, with the issue of going into concession agreement with some companies, and sometimes you see the government going into the agreement for a very long time with some of these companies. So I came to ask again this morning, what threat does it really pose to this issue of going into a long-term agreement with some of these concession companies? What threat does it really pose to the people of Nigeria? Thank you.
Yes, let's take one more.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Okay.
When government decide to create jobs for people, when the issue of doing due diligence is not there. And I call it all multinational companies are corrupt and they know what to do. Let me give an example, the P-ranking. There are a lot of things that are not true. That's why I can say because NSYD board agreement. But the means of objective at that time was to create jobs. And once you go to the process and the process is legalized, it's binding. When we're in Slow took over, Slow was doing everything to make sure that we revisited the concession. However, they will play around. They give us time, they say no.
Which concession? Western cluster? Which concession? Okay.
Making sure that things be done for our people. Then people say, look, hey, we were scared, the business people. They say, after everything here, we can revisit the concession. So, like we're saying, until we get like friends who are highly qualified, when the ministry, the partner ministry are supposed to go to do the government, you can expect. They take me for chicken or America to feed the people in abroad. When the ministry know any, they will go to me. Why do you put in the agreement with me?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, be listening up to all color. Let's do 5 minutes. Yes, go through them.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I love everything the caller said, and especially the last quarter. He said due diligence, and he's right. When, in fact, before you even go into construction, before you even contract, you must do due diligence on the contractor itself. There was a time we had something called the Igbo man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the past administration. I believe some of the lawmakers said, but go to the loan, bring the loan. They use it for the purpose of the grown people. And I said, you must carry out due diligence with the institution, whether they meet international best practice, whether they are accredited. Because when you go into an agreement with these people, and they are not an accredited institution that follow international best practice, you will put a country interest at risk.
Okay.
And these are things the legislature must look at as well. Due diligence is very important. Even you, as an individual, citizen, if you decide to go to Echo Bank to do the credit 200, 300, 400,000, you think what Echo Bank would do? They will do due diligence on you, right? To know your credit worthiness, to know your thing they call guaranteed trust. Who can vouch for you? Where do you live? Your ability, your potential to do repayment, to look at your business portfolio. So when we are going into construction, we should do due diligence on these companies to know whether they are parent, subsidiary, whether they are company that is just coming to mortgage our resources, and after a few times we cannot even see them on the map. So due diligence is important. And to further that is the reason why the National Bureau of Construction responsibility is to carry on the same monitoring. That is That is in furtherance of the due diligence to ensure that these things that are applicable, things that they promise to do, the decent one are, the issues of revenue compliance, the fiscal side of it, the issues of environmental impact, social impact, these things that are in it, they make sure to do it, even as a lawmaker also. The people on the other side, because I will contest as a lawmaker.
Okay.
There's something called social contract too, right? You promise the people when I get your letter, I will do that, I will do that, I will do that. You lay out so many things you call your platform. Then you go as a lawmaker, you tend to boo. The people themselves must do due diligence before they elect you. They must know that the thing you talk about is something that you have an idea about. Even when you get elected, they shouldn't wait for another 6 years to come before they go to election to elect another person. They must ensure to hold your feet to the fire to ensure those things you promise to do, you must live on it. So it's quote unquote the same way the citizen has a responsibility, the bureaucrat has a responsibility. So our responsibility that we sign up for is to ensure that the reason for which we are appointed to work in government is to ensure that these things must be delivered in a timely manner within the period of 6 years, so that the dream and aspiration of President Buckeye must meet the Liberian people. And that is the reason why we have a TOR to ensure that these things happen. Concession and development. Another point about concession and development, you're right. Concession must come with development. That's the reason why it's contract based. What do you have to do? What must you do? But we play the larger portion for development. And that's why we have developmental package from concession. They don't pay it to the people, they pay through government revenue. And that's why before the sign contract, they attain the poor fund. These things must be used either by expanding government infrastructure in terms of office, in terms of role, promoting agriculture, school education, technology, capacity building. Now, in the inability for the government to exercise that, to execute that, you cannot hold the concessionaire responsible. In as much to fulfill that, it is you as a government must be held responsible to do that. And that's why we are responsible to know that these things, when it's paid, the government too must execute its compliance.
Great.
Another low on our hair. You're right. There's a serious low on our hair at the National Bureau of Concession. And that's why I admonish every employee, staff, all my colleagues, that we have the larger burden. And that burden is to see ourselves as the face of the government. And that's why I said to them that we need to improve the institution to integrity startup to the CSA. Because you know what? Let's take for example, if O'Neill Robert is carrying maybe 200 home, that you take home pay, then I say O'Neill Robert go and do monitoring evaluation to MAE to monitor to Asla Meta. Before they reach it, before O'Neill Robert reach it, all know O'Neill Robert can. As soon as you can, say go in the canteen, in 10,000. O'Neill Robert, you come out with good report.
That's what been happening.
You come out good report.
That's what been happening.
You come out good report.
That's what been happening.
For us to curtail corruption, we need to set a standard of integrity institution.
Okay.
And ensure that people, the $200 they're supposed to take them come on time. So we can't tell when you're please credit and go on the train and come. The man already going with liability. He comes by, he get paid on time. So we want to ensure that people get the paid on time. If it costs for us to provide incentive, to provide logistics, we can't tell you to rent a vehicle to go to home and come back. The institution, we don't have no vehicle. Assuming that you want to do a nationwide tour, you strangulate it. Maybe you have to rent some cars. We're talking about 15 countries, we only have two movable vehicles that's prepared not to go. And that's why we are ensuring to work with the President of the Ministry of Finance, the legislature, to strengthen, to empower, to elevate our budget, to improve our budget. But we know everything cannot be done one day. It's a process. And at the National Bureau of Concession, I wonder when you enter the National Bureau of Concession, you see innovation. Look at our building, look at our ensemble.
Okay, make it so attractive.
Happen in the not too distant future, and as you will enter our building and you see something is on the level for economic transformation.
Okay. As you close up, your final word quickly.
Well, I want to say thank you to everyone, every Liberian. We need to exercise responsible citizenship, the duty to responsibility, the duty of care, the duty of obedience, the rule of law. Let's ensure that work together, confidentiality in workplace. Let's ensure the right thing happen. Let's hold people accountable. Let's protect our integrity, the obvious office. And I can assure you that we will not let the president down. We will ensure the vision and aspiration, the expectation of the Liberian people in every county, not only in Maserati, that the monitoring and evaluation aspect of the National Bureau of Concession will be implemented fully. Thank you so much.
All right. Yes, the voice of the Klaus Kamara, Deputy Director of Administration of Bureau of Concession, closing us on this midweek edition of the True Breakfast Show. It's been wonderful serving breakfast since 7:30 this morning. We're taking our day break. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time at 7:30. On behalf of the entire team, Marka Davis, Richard Lucene, my name is O'Neill. In the midst of all country friends, have a godly day. Bye bye.